Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I am planting up a bunch of stuff today, starting with my lemongrass seedlings. I have grown lemongrass from seed, this is probably the second or third year, and they do really well. Started from seed. By the end of the season, you've got a huge pot of lemongrass. So one seedling will produce one large plant for you. And I'm planting all the seedlings that I have into one pot so I can have a gigantic horde of lemongrass. Lemongrass is great for tea, great for soups, stews. So throughout the season you can harvest, and at the end of the season, if it does not overwinter for you, you could either bring it inside your house and overwinter it, or you can cut it at soil level, wash it, and then put it in plastic baggies to freeze and use all winter. Here are my seedlings. They look great. They are going to fill out this pot so fast. Next thing, we are planting the Vego tomato, the self-watering tomato planter. Now you can plant whatever you want into this, but it's kind of marketed for tomatoes, but this would work for any climbing plant. And as a matter of fact, I have a passion flower vine that I'm considering planting in the other. So we are mixing up our soil, and I have been doing this mix or something similar to it in my pots. I've been reusing old soil, I've been mixing in new soil, using worm casings, not using worm casings, using granular fertilizers. I'm very big on using what I have around. Sometimes companies will send me fertilizers and they work great, but in my own, when I'm not doing the influencing sharing thing, I use all of them. They all serve different purposes for me. So like the worm casings is like a kind of like a granular feed. It's a long feed, and then if you use like a liquid feed, that is a quick feed for your plant. Granulars are going to be something that your plant can access over time. So I like to use a combination of different things, and for the most part it's granular and liquid feeds throughout the season. Now I'm going to plant the best tasting cherry tomato, which is Sun Gold in my opinion. And this container has 2 plants in it, and initially I decided to plant them both together, see how they did in this self-watering container. But then I thought maybe I shouldn't do that, and that would cause a big issue later on, because the cherry tomato, this one in particular, is indeterminate. So it's going to keep growing and growing and growing. And then if I have 2 in there, they're really going to fill up the space. So I decided to take one out, and then I plan to plant some other stuff in this container with it.
mold it together. Let's see.
Now I'm going to plant some basils in with this container, and I think this will be a great pairing. The basils, you can pinch them, you know, to maintain their size, or you can let them get tall and bushy or short and bushy, depending on how you prune them. Now the extra sun gold that I took away won't go to waste. I'm actually going to pot it up into its own pot. It has a few roots on it, and tomatoes are very easy to propagate. I could propagate this in water, soil, whatever medium that you have, and this plant will root out and be its own plant. So I'm going to pot it up, and then I'll pot it again once it's fully rooted out. I'm going to fill the basin until the meter tells me that it is full. Now I'm watering in the top of the soil just to help the plants settle in. This lever down here allows you to adjust how much water you want the soil to have access to, and you also can release water from the basin if it gets too full. So if you have this planter out, not with a cover over it like a porch, then it will be susceptible to flooding with the rain. So that will allow you to release some of that excess water. I found 2 dwarf blueberry bushes for my daughter's bed, and these bushes are so cute. She's going to love it. So I'm going to plant these up for her. They are self-fertile. However, planting 2 together or more can increase your harvest. So I got 2 for her. I felt like the price was really good for what we were getting, and hopefully she'll get a lot of berries this season. This berry tone is so old. I found it in the garage. I don't even know the last time I used it, but I'm gonna use it today. I do not care. It's almost empty anyway, so I'm just gonna use it. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's organic. You can tell that these plants were recently potted up before they were shipped to Lowe's, because I can see their root ball, and then the rest of that soil just breaks off so easily because they hadn't even had a chance to root into the new pots. This is a good thing because a lot of times plants will sit at stores and not be sold right away. So this gives them time to root out in their pots. My CL perfume Breeze is in bloom, and she is gorgeous. So many tiny blooms everywhere, and she smells amazing. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.